Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing a few tips on how I transition fully into data analytics. So if you're thinking of going into tech, but you feel like you do not have enough background to go into it, then this video is for you. Okay, so I myself, I did not study computer science in school, and I'm also not a maths genius, although I studied physics and I have a little knowledge on mathematics, but still that doesn't make me a genius. So what I did have was curiosity and ability to Google like a pro. Here are the few things that helped me transition fully. So first thing I did was I started with what I had. There was no money for fancy courses or very good laptop. Yeah, at that time I didn't have a laptop, but I had a company laptop and it was really restricted. I could not access Power BI, SQL, and the rest. So I knew that I needed to get my own laptop. So I saved up some money and I got a laptop. What I did was I started watching YouTube videos. Although at some point I paid for one boot camp, it was data analytics boot camp to learn Excel, SQL, Power BI. I can't remember. I think I paid about 40K or so. But the thing is that I ended up not learning so much from it because my job at that time was very demanding, and it was a shift role. So most of the time the class was held, I was working, but the class was always recorded. But it's always not easy going back to watch recorded videos. So that aside, what basically helped me was watching YouTube videos, and then at some point I also got access to some free courses on Datacam too. That also helped. So this was what I did. Then secondly, what I did was I focused on one tool at a time. So this is a mistake most people make. Some might just want to learn Excel, SQL, everything all at once, which is not proper. So what I did was I first of all learned Excel, to understand data and everything about it. Then I moved on to SQL to understand how the database works and also how to extract data from the database. And then I moved over to Power BI to be able to, build nice dashboards. And then the third thing I did was that I started working on real life projects. So it's not just about watching tutorials. Today you're watching this and watching that. Are you practicing what you're learning? So I myself, I visited sites like Cargo, Data DNA, and FP20, to get real life data sets to work on. So I started working on them. I asked questions, visualize it, just build dashboards. They were not so perfect, but yeah, I was consistent with it and that helped me grow. And then the fourth thing I did was that I started sharing my projects online. So this one in particular actually helped me because the fact that the projects I was sharing, they were not perfect. They were not perfect, but the fact that I was sharing it, it helped me connect with people in that same field. I even got a mentor in that process because I had to reach out to people, to get feedback on my project and all of that. And from there, I got someone who was more like a friend and mentor, that was able to push me along the way. So that helped me connect with people, and I also got feedback from my project. And then the last but not the least was that I built a portfolio. When I felt like, oh, at least I've built some projects, it's time for me to put them all in a place. I decided to work on a portfolio website, and I did that with the help of a video on Alextheanalyst video on how to build a portfolio. So I built a portfolio website, using I think Visual Code template, and then I hosted it on GitHub. So you might want to go check out the video to be able to build your own portfolio. So I built my portfolio not just to build it and have it, but at that time the job I had nothing to do with data. So I needed a portfolio to show my skills. So to also make me to prove that I was ready to start applying for data roles. So that was what the portfolio was all about. And truth be told, the portfolio actually got me my first data role. Probably someday I'll tell a story on that because I didn't even have to submit my CV. It was just my portfolio that was sent and other things followed. So these 5 steps changed everything for me. You don't have to do everything at once. Just take it one step at a time. And definitely you would be able to get there. So if you found this video helpful and if you're interested in data analytics and tech in general, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And also, you can drop your comment if you're starting out in data analytics. I would definitely love to support you with little way I can.